Let me start the. Okay, student. Okay, once again, good morning, all students. And today we will be rediscussing the, or we can say biodiversity, though this biodiversity is being deleted, but then also we have completed the syllabus of term 2. So biodiversity we will be doing. And in the class, though twice we have done the chapter, why do we fall ill, which is going to come in the final examination. This biodiversity is deleted, but then also being a biology student, I already told you that you should know about the diversity. So biodiversity, what we have done till now is that we did the classification, we did evolution, okay, we did classification, we did evolution, and then we have named the 5 kingdoms of life. Students, before going into the remaining phylum like Arthropoda, Echinodermata, and Protochordata, let me see how much you can recall. Student, what is classification? What is classification? Okay, through the chat box, you give me the reply. Through the chat box, you give me the reply. What is classification? Okay. 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 Fine. Some of you students, through the chat box, you reply, what is classification? I have enabled, my chat box is enabled from the beginning. Through the chat box, you give me the reply. What is classification, students? What is classification? Okay, okay, Piyush, I repeat my question. I am asking you from the beginning of this chapter, before going into the discussion of the different phylum, that what is classification? What is classification? Okay. Yes, classification is the, we can say, classification is the placing of the organism into different groups on the basis of the similarities and dissimilarities. Okay. And what is evolution? Evolution is a gradual change in life form. Evolution is a gradual change in life form. So total, how many kingdoms of the life, or we can say life is being divided into how many kingdoms as per R.H. Whittaker? Whittaker divided the Whittaker divided the kingdoms of life into how many domains? Whittaker divided the 5 kingdoms. Very yes, I have given the actually the answer also over here. 5 kingdom. Very good. Yes, there was altogether 5 kingdom which Whittaker said regarding. Yes, correct. The life. There were altogether 5 kingdoms. What is the name of the first kingdom? What is the name of the first kingdom? What is the name of the first kingdom? Very good, Monera. Okay, very good, Monera. Correct. Monera, very good. Then Protista, fungi, plantae, and animalia. We discussed Monera, Protista. We discussed fungi also. We discussed plantae also. And we were discussing kingdom Animalia, from where I shifted the rediscussion of the chapter, Why Do We Fall Ill? So we are back with the or we can say we are back with the discussion of the chapter diversity. So yes, Vikash, do you have any query? You have raised your hand, Vikash. Vikash, do you have any query? Or do you want to ask anything, Vikash? Okay. Right. Okay, fine. No problem. Okay. Okay. So let me go to my. Okay. Yes, yes. Many students were saying that there was some server issue. No problem. Sakshi, no problem. No problem with this. Okay. So let me. Just a moment. Let me share with you my slides of chapter biodiversity. And today we will be discussing kingdom, or we can say kingdom, and within kingdom Animalia, we will be discussing the arthropoda. We will be discussing arthropoda. 1 minute. Let me bring my slides. Okay, fine. Students, my screen is visible to all. My screen is visible to all. My screen is visible to all. Yes, I'm. Yes, just I'm seeing your response. Okay, fine. Yes, I got your response. My screen is visible. Okay. Okay, students. So again, once again, I told you all that we have discussed the 5 kingdoms of the life. We have discussed the 5 kingdoms of life. And within the 5 kingdoms of life, we were about to we discussed kingdom Monera, Protista, we discussed fungi, we discussed plantae, and we discussed animalia, and we are discussing, or we are with the discussion of the kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia, today we will be discussing the phylum Arthropoda. Phylum Arthropoda today. Yes, now this slide with you all regarding phylum Arthropoda. First of all, students, arthro, the name, from the name, the word arthro means this jointed legs, okay, or the organ arthro. It is divided into 2 words, arthro, that is jointed, and this one, the second one, which I am highlighting, poda, that means foot, or we can say jointed legs. This is the word arthropoda, means jointed legs. So the important features of this phylum is that the body is segmented, they are bilaterally symmetrical, they have an open circulatory system. That means the circulating fluid is not confined to the blood vessels, they are open. Okay, body cavity is filled with blood, they have jointed legs, and example for this is prawn, crab, cockroach, spider, scorpion, butterfly, housefly, centipede. Even you can see the images. Now, the most important thing regarding the arthropoda, student, that it is the, we can say, the largest phylum under kingdom Animalia. A number of organisms is included under arthropoda. Okay, a number of organism is included under arthropoda. A huge number of organism is included under arthropoda. So what are the important feature of the arthropoda? First, a very important feature of its name only, that is they are segmented, they are bilaterally symmetrical, presence of the joint leg. Students, here one term is coming to us, that bilaterally symmetrical. Can you tell me what do you mean by bilaterally symmetrical? Can you tell me what do you mean by bilaterally symmetrical? Can you tell me what do you mean by bilaterally symmetrical? Through the chat box, you give me the reply. Okay, some of you have given very quick response. Okay. Okay, divide two equal. Okay, body when divided into two equal parts. Okay, okay, correct. So if I ask you tabulate two important features of arthropoda, which two features you will be saying? If I say you tabulate two important feature of arthropoda, which two feature you will be saying? Okay, let me once check the. Okay, I will. Okay, Vinayak, I have given you the option to unmute yourself. Vinayak, you tell me two important features of arthropoda. Even the features are visible on the screen also. You tell me the two important features of arthropoda.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Vinayak. Two important.
Arthropoda is divided into bisymmetrical body.
Okay, fine.
And arthropoda have a circulatory system, but blood does not flow in a blood vessel.
Yes, Vinayak, see, always try to go first with the point what the name of the phylum signifies. At first, you should say always arthropoda. So we will be saying jointed legs. That means the organism with the jointed legs. Got it?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it okay, Vinayak? Okay, fine, good. Now, after this, Vinayak, you can mute yourself. Pallavi. Pallavi, yes, I think, yes, Pallavi is there. 1 minute, she got disconnected, I think. Okay, no problem. Okay, Yashish, let me see your list. Yes, 1 minute. Before Yashish, Pallavi, yes, she's there in the class. Yes, Pallavi, you can unmute yourself. Pallavi, you can unmute yourself. Pallavi. Pallavi. Okay, Pallavi, yes, you unmute yourself, Pallavi.
Yes,
Pallavi,
yes,
tell me what is the term given to the body cavity in kingdom Animalia? What is the term given to body cavity in kingdom Animalia?
what's the?
What is the term given to body cavity in kingdom Animalia? What is the term? Those students who are knowing this, please send your answer in the chat box. Body cavity is called?
Chest cavity means
Go for it, Pallavi.
phylum.
Very good. Yes, it is a phylum.
Phylum.
Yes, yes, I got your answer. Now you can mute yourself, Pallavi. Very good. Yes, so the body cavity is called the phylum. So arthropod have the true phylum, and their phylum is filled with the blood. Okay, and this group is the largest among the kingdom. Students, again, am I audible to all today? Okay, fine. So students, the Phylum Arthropoda is the largest among kingdom Animalia. Okay, fine. Okay, so let me go back to my sharing screen again. Yes, so now students, we will be going to the next phylum, which we will be discussing now. This is Phylum Molaska. Okay, Phylum Molaska. Now, before going into the Phylum Molaska, always remember, student, as I told you, that you will be always thinking or always trying to find out the common characteristics whenever you study. So you can see in Phylum Molaska also, there is a bilaterally symmetrical body, and you can also see in Molaska little segmentation. That means the body has little segmentation. The body has little segmentation, and the coelomic cavity is reduced. They have open circulatory system, and okay, and they have the kidney-like organ for excretion. They have fit for moving around. Now, student, whenever we will say about the phylum Molaska, the first thing which comes in our mind is the snails. Okay, is the snails. The scientific name of this snail is Pila. Okay, Pila. So you can see the shelled organism. This is the shell. The shelled organisms belong to the phylum Molaska. Okay, even this phylum is being used for a number of ornamental work also. Even the many of the rituals also we are using the several materials which are made from the shell of these organisms. Okay, so this is the feature of phylum Molaska. Is it clear to all? Any queries you have from phylum Molaska? Any queries if you have from phylum Molaska, you can. Okay. Yes, little segmentation. That means, okay, let me draw for you all. See, students, Annelida. Annelida, we said, if suppose I'm using the figure, you see what I'm drawing. Okay, these are the segments. Okay, these are the segments. If we prominently go for this, in which phylum we have seen that proper segmentation of the body is there, or itself the name that is a segmented worm is for which phylum? The name segmented worm is for which phylum? Yes. Annelida. Very good, Deepshika. Very good. Annelida. So here, the third point, as you asked, that what does this segmentation means, Vinayak? That means the body segmentation is very less. It is not absent. It is present, but it is very less. Did you got it, Vinayak? Did you got it, Vinayak, now? Okay, fine, Vinayak. Okay. So now, students, we will be coming to the next phylum, that is Echinodermata. The next phylum. This is one of the very important phylum, as because one very important feature of this organism is the presence of radially symmetrical body. Radially symmetrical body, students, can we cut the body into more than one plane? In case of the radially symmetrical body, can we cut the body into, can we cut the body in more than one plane? What do you think? Can we cut the body into more than one plane? Okay, okay, okay. Yes, good. So first we should analyze that what does the name Echinodermata means. Echinodermata, spiny skin, which is called hedgehog skin. Suppose I'm also drawing for you all. Suppose we are seeing the starfish. Okay, the body of the starfish is not even. If suppose we are saying this, which I'm drawing on the screen, please look to this. The body of the starfish, suppose what you are seeing as a straight, one arm of the, suppose this is one arm which I have drawn, one arm of the starfish. But if you will see from the ventral side, it is showing you the rough or uneven surface. This is called hedgehog skin. So this means the word Echinodermata means spiny skin organism. They are free-living marine animals. Remember, student, this is the first phylum of the kingdom Animalia, which are exclusively marine. That means they are living in the sea. They are triploblastic and have coelomic cavity, and they have water-filled tube feet which help in movement. they have a hard skeleton. Students, we discussed many times what does the word triploblastic means. Can you share your view? What does the word triploblastic means? Triploblastic. This is a very, very important question. Triploblastic. What does the word triploblastic means? What does the word triploblastic means? Okay, some of you have given the answer. Okay, 3 germinal layers. Very good. 3 germinal layers. Correct. 3 germinal layers. What are the name of these 3 germinal layers, students? What are the name of 3 germinal layers? What are the name of 3 germinal layers? Okay. Very good, Sakshi. Very quick response. Okay. Ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. So in these organisms who are having all the 3 germinal layer are called triploblastic, and in those organisms which are having the 2 are called diploblastic. Students, regarding human, what do you think? We are triploblastic or we are diploblastic? We are triploblastic or we are diploblastic? We are triploblastic or we are diploblastic? Very good. We are triploblastic. Very good. We are triploblastic. Correct. Okay, fine. So there are some of the examples: starfish, sea urchin, feather star, sea cucumber, which falls under phylum Echinodermata. Fine. Now we will be coming to the next phylum, which is a link between the previous phylum and the vertebrata, that is Protochordata. They have bilaterally symmetrical body and are triploblastic. They have coelomic cavity. They have a notochord. This is very, very important term, student. Notochord. This is the first time you are coming to this term, notochord. Okay, the first time you are seeing this term, notochord. That is, what is a notochord? It is a long rod-like structure along its back to which the muscles are attached. And it helps in the movement. For example, balanoglossus, amphioxus, herdimania, these are the protochordates. Now, one very important thing, students, regarding this, that that protochordates have the notochord. So presence of the notochord, due to this word, due to this term, or we can say the presence of the notochord, separate phylum is present, which is a phylum Chordata, which we are knowing as in the level of class 9 as the phylum vertebrate also. So this Protochordata, they have the notochord, which is a dorsal hollow, or we can say rod-like structure with which the muscles are attached and which help in their movement. Is it clear to all, the Protochordata? Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, fine. Students, so today's topic of discussion will be this 3 phylum: Molaska, Echinodermata, Protochordata. If you have any queries from here, you can share and we will discuss. You can send your question in the chat box if you have any queries till this. If you have any queries till this, you can share. Okay, what are the three germinal layers? Okay, Pallavi, the three germinal layers, ectoderm, mesoderm, and the endoderm. As I told you previously also, when the male and the female gamete fuse together, zygote is formed. This zygote develops into embryo, embryo into fetus, and fetus into infant. This we are talking about the human developmental biology. Now, all the organs do not form at the same time. Okay, all the organs do not form at the same time. Different germinal layers are responsible for the formation of the different organs of the body. So from these three germinal layers, they differentiate to form the different organs and the parts of the body. Ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Is it clear to you, Pallavi? Okay, Dipshika. Yes, the term platyhelminth is dorso-ventrally flattened. So if suppose you are, this is any object, but suppose this is any object, okay, the top surface, dorsal, and the bottom one is the ventral. So dorso-ventrally flattened, that means the body from the up and from the bottom side highly compressed. Okay, so the term platyhelminthes has been given, which is called dorsi-ventrally flattened. The word platy means flat and helminth means worm. Platyhelminthes, that is a flat worm. Is it clear to all? Okay. Okay, fine. So students, okay, fine. Okay, yes. So now a few questions I will ask you from today's class. Few questions I will ask you from today's class, and I will say you to unmute yourself. Okay, let me ask Aditya. Aditya Kumar. Aditya, you can unmute yourself. Aditya, you can unmute yourself. I've given you the option. You can hear me, Aditya?
Yes, sir.
Aditya, my question to you is, what does the name Arthropoda means? What does the name Arthropoda means?
Joint leg.
Jointed legs. Very good, Aditya. Very good. Okay. You can mute yourself, Aditya. You can mute yourself. Next, Agrata. Agrata, you can unmute yourself, Agrata. I have given you the option. Agrata, you can unmute yourself. Agrata,
Yes, sir.
Agrata, what do you mean by the term Echinodermata? What do we mean by the term Echinodermata? What do you mean by the term Echinodermata, Agrata?
Sir, I don't know.
Agrata, we discussed a number of times. Okay, Agrata, it means spiny skin organism. Okay, Agrata? Is
Okay,
it?
sir.
Okay, Agrata. Okay, you can mute yourself, Agrata. Next, Dipshika. You can unmute yourself, Dipshika. I've given you the option. You can unmute yourself, Dipshika. Dipshika, my question to you is that if we compare annelids and mollusks, in which of the two phylum do you find body more segmented? I repeat my question. If I compare two phylum, phylum Annelida and phylum yes, very good, very good. Yes, Dipshika, I got your response. Very good. So you can mute yourself, Dipshika. Next, Piyush. Piyush, you unmute yourself, Piyush.
Yes, sir.
Piyush, you tell me, what do we mean by the term silo? What do we mean by the term silo?
term phylum.
Yes, Piyush, what do you mean by the term phylum? Yes, Pallavi, I'm seeing your response in the chat box. So yes, you are correct. But this individually, I'm asking the students. Okay, I will ask you also. Your turn will come. Yes, tell me. Yes, Piyush, please go ahead with your answer.
Sir, I don't know the answer.
Why, Piyush? Phylum is a term which we are discussing from we can say beginning of the class. Okay, Tanisha. Okay, Tanisha. Okay, Piyush, you can mute yourself. Let me. Okay, Tanisha, you can unmute yourself. Tanisha, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Tanisha, what do you mean by phylum? What do you mean by the term phylum? Tanisha? I think Tanisha, you can unmute yourself. I have allowed you.
Sir, the space between body wall and gut wall.
Okay,
Is
you
called
can
phylum.
easily say in 2 words also. Body cavity. Very good, Tanisha. Very good. Now, okay, Tanisha, you can mute yourself. Riti, 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 you can unmute yourself. I have allowed you.
Yes, sir.
Riti, you tell me one basic difference between mollusks and echinoderms. One difference, only one difference between mollusks and echinoderms.
Um,
One basic difference between mollusk and echinoderms.
Echinodermata have a coelomic cavity,
Hmm.
and Molaska does not have any coelomic. Sorry, they have less coelomic cavity.
Okay. You could have given answer in that point also, Riti, that mollusk, the regarding the symmetry. The mollusk is a bilaterally symmetrical organism and the echinoderms are radially symmetrical organism. This is a very important and a prominent difference between the two. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, you can mute yourself. Student, we have come to the end of today's class. So write down today's assignment. Write down today's assignment. Write down why the echinoderms and platyhelminthes are named so. Why the echinoderms and platyhelminthes are named so. Why the echinoderms and platyhelminthes are named so. Okay. Thank you for today's class, students.